and just like all over the bushes and stuff. So there might be a little bit of the green of the bushes like peeking out, but not a lot. So yeah. Do 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 do. That's also way too much of that. Oops, that's way too little. Oops, that's not positioned correctly. Shoot, hold on, wait. No, wait, I can do this. I was just I took down a little too much of the shaded part. I want to be more like that. And then yeah, just like install along the sides of the house. And oh yeah, and this roof, of course. This roof also snow covered. It's a little weird that I keep like putting like the two things that transition into the, well, yeah, I was gonna say the two things that transition into the snow are the mountain and the village, which are both like, they both naturally look a little bit arid, but I mean, I guess it wouldn't make, it doesn't make much more sense with the river and the forest, because like those are also places that clearly do not exist in cold temperatures like most of the time. So yeah, I don't know. All right, so there also just be, I'm just gonna pile snow up against the sides of the building because this is what my building looks like right now. If I need a reference for how to draw this, I can just look out the window. Hey, Jocko, how's it going? Lower your sound. You're talking to your friend on Skype, and your mic can hear everything. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. What did you say, Jocko? Did you say you wanted me to something? You were saying something about sound. Was it that you just didn't realize that you on your computer could turn down the volume of the stream if you wanted the volume of the stream to be slightly lower? Is that what you're trying to say? 'Cause yeah, there's a volume control on the stream, and you can turn down the volume of the stream if you want the volume of the stream to be slightly lower. Does that help? Am I helping? I I'm hoping I misread what you said there, because it sounded like you were telling me to speak softer on stream, whereas you could just turn down the stream volume. Because if you're talking to your friend on Skype, like, cool. For one thing, you don't really even need the stream to be running necessarily for that to happen. And then also, there's a volume control on the stream. There's a volume control on the stream. So, all right. I'm glad we got that cleared up. Why was I failing to delete this? Oh, okay. I wasn't failing completely. Uh, it's just okay. Yeah, it's a little kind of melts together with the with some of the background stuff. All right, so that's let's go. Oh yeah, again, it's like I was like, oh, that looks messy, but no, it's actually the tree in the background. So, um, uh, Jacquemus, yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you. So I hope to see you again sometime. Uh, yeah, Narax, you got it. That is how the game is played. Uh, so yeah, the the let's see. I think this is looking okay. I guess, like, I don't know. There are little things like the shape. Oh, I should oops. Clone stamp tool, not you. I should run snow up the center of the, like, the between the divide and the houses too. Uh, Something that tends to get shaded and so on. So, yeah, I think this is pretty okay. No, there should be. Oh yeah, there should be more along the bottom here, because like, yeah, maybe we catch a lick of the plants, but like where there aren't plants, like it should just be snow covered, down to the ground. Okay. So, well, it's either so Marty, it's either that you have to get new wrists sometime or you never get new wrists. So I know that not every level up is like life changing, but uh yeah. You're level 16 now. Um I can, if you'd like, I could spoil what the next one is to give you something to look forward to. Uh, oh, what are these files? It creeps me out when I have like random data files open up. Wait, what'd you say? 16 bracers. They're sturdy bracers. Those bracers aren't under. Well, okay. So if you think of bracers as underwhelming, like that's fine. I'm like sucks. I guess life is hard, right? But oh yeah. um, if you're gonna get bracers though, the bracers that you got, the level 16 bracers, are some of the coolest bracers in the game. So I don't know, it could be a lot worse. Yeah, the so the game that we're playing, Nyrox, is I'm calling it Side Quest. It's what we got going on down here. And yeah, as you notice, you have a character in the game. We all have characters in the game. And so yeah, Trusty Bard is the storyteller of Side Quest. So if you follow along with what Trusty Bard says in chat, you'll know like what's going on in the game. And then and yeah, we're going on adventure. It's adventure time. Or it is adventure is afoot. I don't something not copyrighted that that implies adventure. All right, so yeah, just like a few subtle like shading things here, and then so this house is going to be snow covered. It's not going to be quite as snow covered, so I think I won't bring this one down. I'll bring this one, or I'll leave it like at this height. I'll just kind of like I'll like it'll be pretty snow covered, right? Because like there's not a huge change between here and there. But oh, icicles. I guess I didn't do icicles, but I also don't care. Uh, um, and then oh yeah, so yeah, one other thing about SideQuest is SideQuest is the game that is down on the bottom of the screen. It's also the game that I'm working on right now, which is a little weird, but it's a little meta, I guess. Nyrex, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. I appreciate your viewership, and welcome. So yeah. Okay, so a little bit of snow. Yeah, so what we're working on now is we made a village for the game, and we're putting it into the world now. So in order to put it into the world, we need to make it connect to some of the other environments that we already had in the world. So we chose the river, which we just did, and the snow, which we're doing now. And so yeah, so the village will be located between the follow the river, and it's before you hit the snowy region, I guess, is how you get to the town or the village in this game. Yeah, I'm pulling back the volume of the snow a little bit because we do actually have to transition fairly quickly. So like this one's slathered in snow. This one's like, actually I might even go a little crazier with this one. I might bring the snow like even further up, just up the just like generally like surrounding the business. Yeah. So yeah, and then yeah, because there's gonna be like a little bit, like there's gonna be snow like on the windowsill and like a little bit like frosting the roof of these houses, but like it's a it's a fairly like the transitions in this game are a little they happen pretty quick, pretty quick. Oh, thank you, Nyrex. Yeah, I've been working on this for a few months now, or like I think I started back in October. And I've been having fun with it. It was supposed to be a really quick project. Like I was supposed to finish it. First, I was going to finish it in a month, but then I got a really late start in that month. I got a really late start in October, so I was like, so I did. I actually finished it by the end of October. I had the game fully up and running. Like it didn't have nearly as many features, and it didn't even have graphics really. it didn't have anything particularly exciting in terms of graphics. And oh no, actually, at the end of the first week, it just didn't even have graphics. I think that was, yeah. It literally just ran in chat, and and then yeah, I just kept on like poking at it. I was like, I'm just gonna add a few features. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's gonna be cool. It's all gonna be good. And then I'll just work on it for a little while, and then I'll switch on over to like a real project or whatever. But I've just kept working on it. I just never started working on a quote unquote real project. I just kept on working on side quests. So it's been like months now, and I don't know. Still having fun with it. I still like it. I assume I'll probably start on like a real project eventually, but uh, probably not anytime too soon. I don't know. It's there's too much adventuring to be done. We have to save the kingdom first, and then we can work on other projects. All right, so I'm just like kind of spacing out like where I think like or how I think the transition between like the snowier and the less snowy areas will go. So I think like in terms of like the path, it'll be a little bit like this, and then maybe so at this point there won't be snow on the path, but there'll be snow like up in the corners and stuff. And like I said, there'll be like a light dusting, and then maybe there's just like a little bit here, and then actually no, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Um, yeah, and then so I could whoops I'll put a little bit more here too. Uh, and yeah, that's pretty good. And then yeah, like I said, there'll be a little bit of snow on these buildings. Like this one will have snow on the roof, but it won't be like tall snow. It'll just be like there's snow on the roof. Like the roof is just like lightly colored because of the fact that there's a layer of snow. There's no like extra volume added. There's no nothing crazy like that. And then so yeah, so then like the sills will probably still have a little bit of snow in them. Oops, hold on, let's zoom in. So yeah, the sills will probably still have a little bit of snow, but not much. And then a little bit of snow, like dusting on the plants, and then a little bit accumulated in like the corners and stuff. But then like that's probably like the most of it. Like this one, like at this point, we might have like a little bit in the sills, but even barely any there. And then oh, it looks like the windows are crying. For some reason, I keep seeing the windows as eyes, but whatever. So a little bit of snow here, a little bit of snow here, and then I don't know, maybe like a little, there's like a touch of snow in like the corner of these ones, maybe. And then that's it for the snow. Yeah. Actually, I guess yeah. So there'll be like a little bit on like the roof of this one. Like not the roof won't be like covered, but it'll just like have a little bit on it. Yeah. I don't know, something like that. Because the other thing that'll be happening here. Oh yeah, the other thing that I meant to do. Oh, whoops! I took too much snow off the top here. It is supposed to cover the top. Okay. Yeah, the other thing I was going to do when I was looking at the mountain images, which I guess I'll do now, is so backgrounds, the mountains to snow have these snow transition layers, and we'll need that for for what we're doing now. So backgrounds, village transition to snow. We'll also need these. I should save this just in case paint.net crashes or something. Village, I'll just save it here, I guess, for now. I can save it over this. Yeah. Okay. So, Uh, yeah, alright, so now, I don't actually have to do that much with the trees, really. I just have to space them out a little better. Because, like, there's not going to be so many trees all of a sudden. So, you got an Oculus VR? Nice. Uh, streaming in VR. um, I'll do that as soon as Twitch like enables it. I think because it would have to be a binocular, uh, or like there'd have to be. I mean, it'd be more like stream data, right? It'd be like they'd have to send like two versions of the stream because I could hook up two cameras, right? That's not too hard. Just set up two cameras next to each other, and they'll be at slightly different angles, and yeah. um, so uh, all right, yeah. So I'm gonna switch over to the snow layer, which is not actually the layer with snow on it, but the layer with the trees. And I'm just gonna basically just gonna redraw some of these trees to be less snow covered. I mean, we've already introduced snow by the time we're introducing the trees, so they don't have to be snow free. Just slightly less snow covered. So yeah, the way these trees work. Oh yeah, because these ones are not fully snow covered anymore. I do need to do this snow patterning, right? I think that's something that I do with these trees. Yeah, like when the snow pattern doesn't like crisscross across it, I use like the shading crisscross. Although when they are snow covered, I don't actually do the shading crisscross. The shading actually is very flat in that scenario. But yeah. Do do do. Oh shoot, I haven't done this in a while, so it's gonna take me a second to get back in the swing of like how this crisscrossing. Wait, I remember how it goes. It's basically like slightly diagonal, mostly across, and just like, how does it work? Wait, I'm doing this backwards. Oh yeah, because I'm supposed to do it like from the bottom up, I think. So, oops, no clone stamp tool. No clone stamp tool. Oh god, I wish there was a version of Paint.net that just didn't have clone stamp tool. Wow, that's way too regular. That's just like segmented. It doesn't look like bows or anything. Hold on. I can do this. I can do this. um, do. Oh yeah, maybe it's because I wasn't going like all the way across. That probably wasn't helping. Whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna care strongly about this. I'm just gonna call it pretty much okay for the most part. And worry about the rest of it later. Alright, so I guess I'll also just get rid of some of these trees. And I might shrink some of them too. Like this one, I might keep this one, but it might be like a little bit smaller. And so I'll also defrost some of these. So I cannot for the life of me make this crisscross pattern work. I used to do it. That's how I did all the trees. I guess like it took me a while though. Like I spent a lot of time like just drawing and redrawing it until I kind of got the hang of it. And alright, well this tree looks kind of like an alien, but whatever. This tree looks kind of like an alien. It's just how it is. So, yeah. Alright, so the rest of these trees, like these trees are probably fine actually. So I guess the only real difference is these ones here. I'll get rid of this one as well. And then I might not change the rest. I might like keep the rest as they are. I might just make these I just put, the snow on these trees to be a little more sparing. So like, or I'll do it on a separate layer. Just so I can do the crisscrossy erasey thing. Yeah, so I might just oh wait, that's not how it works. Oh yeah, no. I remember how this works. Hold on. Oh yeah, actually, so it actually does. It does actually cover most of it, and then oh yeah, so then it's eraser. Do do do. I just I just cannot do this for some reason. I did this for so many trees, and now I've lost it. I can no longer draw like the crisscrossy pattern on trees to make it look vaguely snow covered. Oh, there we go. That could be worse. All right. So let's shade it, and then I guess we can put a little more snow on it down here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and then let's do this one. So yeah, just oops, wrong tool. What? What is this supposed to be? I must be doing this wrong. I don't know what I'm. I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. No. Alright, whatever. This is as good as it's getting. It's fine. I'm just gonna shade this. Pretend everything's all set, and I'm just never speak of this again. That's fine. Excuse me. What about a haircut? Hey, British Dozen. Did someone level up? Oh, 16 adventurers found a lucky clover. Yeah. Lucky clover indeed. Wow, 16. Good haul. Good lot of adventures. It must have been a whole patch of lucky clovers, I guess. Just like a literal lucky clover patch. Alright, so this is fine. This is fine and good. And yes, so I will save this. And now let's look at the midground. Midground is going to be very similar. Although slightly simpler too. Because, alright, so for starters, let's get rid of all of this business over here. Whoops, wrong layer. This business. Let's get rid of, I won't get rid of the houses, or will I? Yeah, I should probably get rid of some of the houses. I'll get rid of, once again, we'll have these little huts at the edge of town. So I'll actually get rid of all of these as well. And this is probably going to stay pretty much unchanged, like those trees over there. The only thing that we need to do is, yeah, kind of like before. Okay, so we can also assume that like there won't be trees past this point here. So everything over there will stay. Everything over here. Stop. Let go. Oof. You really have to stop doing that, Paint.net. Just let go of my freaking cursor. Please let go. There we go. Alright. So I'll want to do something similar with the trees over here and over here. And something similar with the snow building up over, through here. But not much else will change. So yeah, actually the other thing I can do over here is I can pretty much assume that from this point on it'll be pretty snow covered. Plus this stuff doesn't actually show anyways. So okay, let's do what? Let's let's oh yeah, I'm gonna add. Oh, so I should name these layers just so I can keep track of them because they're gonna start getting confusing again. So this is village midground. This is snow midground, and so now I need another layer for snow for the midground, but not whatever. I'm just gonna name it snow. Uh, Still confusing. So I don't know. If there's a less confusing name, I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Oh, there's no shading. Oh, there is shading. Wait, there isn't shading. There's not supposed to be shading. You know what's funny? I shaded a few of these trees to see if I liked them with shading, but then I realized like the shading actually doesn't really add anything. So I kind of like stopped doing the shading. I guess like I do have like the shading tone defined if I need it, but I also have kind of a bit of a precedent where there just isn't typically shading on this snow and this layer. I think I'm probably going to use it just because otherwise the buildings are going to like look weirdly flat without it. So yeah, I mean the other thing is that like this is pretty well. Oh, I guess actually I tend to use the darker snow for the ground back here, but this is probably all going to be pretty well snow covered. Yeah, so maybe I'll do the ground first. I'll just like lay on the snow. Oh yeah, so this should actually be pretty well covered. Yeah. So yeah, where are we in the big picture? So the snow ground coverage should probably come to like here, and then it can start getting a little patchy. So maybe we'll have like some spots where there is not snow coverage, or like maybe I'll do like shoveled walks or something. That'd be cute. Oh yeah, and actually, this is the villagers. The villagers will be walking through here, so it actually would make sense if there was if there was like if there was like some degree to which the snow was like trod, or kind of like we do on the foreground layer. We have like footsteps actually going across the snow. Uh, it would kind of make sense to have that happening here as well. So yeah, let's go back and get rid of some of this. And like yeah, so maybe there actually are like paths going through it. Sorry, I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for 1 second, but I'll be right back. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, let's get back to it. Uh, okay, so yeah, snow, lots of snow, lots and lots of snow. Uh, what? um, is my microphone not like getting muted when I mute my microphone? Could you hear that? I assume like, I mean, this button is supposed to mute the microphone. Is it? I don't know. I'll assume it is, and that you guys are just trolling me. Uh, oh, when I mute my microphone, does it? Huh. Okay. Uh, oh, noise, as in the noise pattern. Yes, gotcha. Because I'm blowing my nose when I when I mute the microphone like that. So coincidentally, earlier someone in chat said "ew" when I did that, and now someone said like made a sarcastic joke about the noise. I was like, "Am I? Can you guys hear me blowing my nose?" I got very self conscious for a second. uh, yeah, I don't know what's up with the. I think my theory as to what is happening with what you're seeing like in the corners of the screen. I think when I went to space, I picked up like an infestation of like alien insects that are like I think they're afraid of me, and so they only show up when I leave. the area. Like I think they basically come out and like take over, but only when I leave. So I think that's why we don't see them most of the time. I honestly have no clue, but that's my best guess as to what those are. I really don't know what else they could be. Uh, so I think that sounds right, right? That sounds like a realistic and reasonable explanation, right? I think. I don't know. So all right, snow, snowy, snow, 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 snowy, snow, snowy, snow, snow. Uh, and uh, um, all right, so yeah, more snow, snow everywhere, so much snow, snow much snow, snow much snow that it has basically completely taken over. All right, so I can start dialing it back with the snow now. I don't have to go uh, quite as intense with all of the snow coverage here. Uh, but they'll still be like a bit like in the windows and stuff. And a little bit more on the roofs. Yeah, and then yeah, kind of like what we were seeing. Oh yeah, actually, all right. So the I don't know. It just seems weird and flat to have like the snow, not just. I mean, like we're not going to see basically any of this, so it doesn't really matter what I'm drawing here, basically. But I just using that flat tone, like the flat gray. Like the reason we do that, the reason it gets all flat right here is that this is in the middle of the snowstorm, and so everything gets like really bleary, and you can't really uh, you can't really like make out you can't really make heads or tails of that stuff. So this stuff I guess it makes a little more sense because this is before like you kind of get into the thick of it, and so um, so you can still in this area like kind of make out a little more detail as to like what's what. Uh, so I'll make the woodchuck cry. I don't know why it's a woodchuck, and I don't know why this makes it be crying, but whatever. It's my game. I can I can say this building's a woodchuck if I want to say this building's a woodchuck. Uh, so do do do. Oops, I did that wrong. I used the low light tone as if it were the highlight tone. Alright, but we're almost done here. Because there's basically no more snow accumulation except to just, whoops, that's too much. Except to justify what we put in already with this stuff. Yeah, so that's basically it. And that's actually even too much, so let's tone that down a little bit. Yeah. Actually, we can tone that down a bit. A bit more. Quite a bit, in fact. So, yeah. There we are. Alright, cool. That's too much, actually. That's too much. Just a little bit, if anything. Whatever. I'll just put it in one corner. Alright, that's fine. Alright. So is that the whole... Is there anything else I need to do here? Oh, yeah, the trees in the background. Alright, so... Yeah, so for one thing, again, like there shouldn't be quite so many trees so immediately. So let's erase some, and then the ones that we keep, let's do something similar where we defrost them a bit. So yeah, and then I guess at this point I'll just leave the trees because I don't like redrawing those trees. I don't like drawing those trees. They're just so and like, that's how I describe them. They're so like, uh, uh, yeah, so it'll defrost these ones as well, or this one, and then yeah, no, that's the rest of that's fine. And then okay, so since these are defrosted, I should introduce like a tone of shading. What was the shading tones like with these trees? What? Oh, right, there aren't any on this side of the map. They're all on the other side of the map. So yeah, the difference in tone was like the difference between 153 and 8543. It's like 15 points of saturation and 10 points of value. So, wow, these ones are already super desaturated, so I'll just use the value. So I'll just go down to 41. So, alright, yeah, once again, let's try and do this like, oh, maybe my brush is a little too thick. Maybe I shouldn't be using a size 10 brush for this. Oh, the other thing is like, I guess like the technique that I'm doing here isn't exactly the same. Like the shading technique is not the exact same as the snow covering technique, because the snow covering technique is like supposed to represent like boughs, like branches, like, you know, big, like accumulation on like big heavy branches or whatever. I'm just not gonna really care much about it. These trees are gonna look slightly, I don't know, like this. They're gonna look a little bit like that. Yeah. I mean, this is in the background, or not the background, but like this is not in the foreground. So these trees, I do tend to go a little faster and looser with these. Plus, I will be putting some snow on them as well. So there's also that. Alright, is that all of them? Yeah. So, yeah, and then a little bit of snow. Just a little bit. So like, yeah, so eraser, and then the brush, and then, so that's fine. That's fine. That's the tree. That's what are you guys talking about? That's totally a tree with snow on it. So, let's see. Well, oh yeah, so more snow. Do 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 do. Why am I so bad at this? Oh man, I used to be able to do this. This used to be within my skill set, and now you take a little time off from drawing snowy trees, and all of a sudden you're back to square one. Alright, that's fine. Oh, I have one more, right? There's one between the other sets of houses. Alright. Those are snowy trees, you guys. Obviously. So erase. Nope, that was way too much. No, abort. Wait, I'm hitting the wrong button. Oh my gosh, everything is conspiring against me right now. The buttons on my tablet are not working correctly, or like the button on my tablet is it exists, which is annoying, and the everything. All right, here we go. We're almost done. We almost got this. I mean, we got this. We're almost there. Look at that. Look at that. This one's basically done, and then they're all basically done. All right. So I think this is like the middle layer transition, and then hopefully the background. I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see how the background goes. All right. Oops. What did I just do? Oh, deselect, save. Okay. So Alright, we'll hide these layers, and then, yeah. So, this one's going to be a little bit different, because, for one thing, we're just going to get rid of that. And then, what else are we going to do? I guess, I think I'm just going to, I think I'm going to do something a little interesting or different here. I'm going to basically, like, I'm gonna basically, oh, well, so yeah, so for one thing, I have to, the clouds have to come in a little more subtle, because they can't just, start there. But you know what? I think I'm actually gonna make them come up from the background, instead of, usually they come in, usually they, oh, ooh, I just noticed something. Yeah. Okay, no, this will be fun. This will be fun. I think I'm gonna make the clouds come up. Yeah. So instead of usually they're like very light at the front, and they just like start very narrow. But I think instead I'm going to uh, just kind of bring them down. Well, no, they do have to be high. So I guess they'll just connect to the ground really fast. Like, yeah, it usually just goes like this. And I guess that's fine. They kind of have to do that because of the way the stuff and the whatnot. Yeah, no, the thing that I was realizing that's a little awkward is that, the clouds actually have to, come over the background. Because otherwise it'll look like the snow is falling out of it'll just look weird. So, I think I have to do a little bit like, some of the, I should probably just like lower the house or something, because it's gonna look weird having the roof like in the clouds. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna lower the roof, I think. And yeah, once I lower it, that should be fine. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking of just like enveloping it, but oh, you know what? This is just a really tall roof. The house doesn't even need to come down. It just needs to there just needs to be less roof is all. Whoops. I just noticed that the roofs aren't shaded in the background. But I guess like small detail does tend to get like kind of like absorbed into the background layers. Okay, so that's probably fine. Hopefully, we'll find out. Actually, it could be that that's not actually legit, and that the snow is going to look really weird with the roofs like that. But we'll see. Oops. Wait. And yeah, so I think actually, so the thing I was saying that I think will look a little interesting here is that I'm probably going to basically take, so like this third is like the forest, and this third, I think I'm gonna do something a little weird. Like for example, oh yeah. So I'm basically going to, wait, what am I gonna do? All right, so deselect. So from layer, select sampling from layer. Let's deselect the background, and now let's color pick this color from the image, not from the layer, and let's like just white it out. So it's not gonna be such a hard line here, but yeah, I'm also an old person, so instead of raising the roof, I will be lowering it instead. That might be a little too dramatic. I might do that, but I might actually do it earlier. Oh shoot. Oh, so yeah, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna restore the other half of the. I forgot. I cut. Kind of already cut most of that half of the image off, and then I did a whole bunch of things that I don't feel like undoing. So, backgrounds, village, background. Yeah, I'm just gonna basically just restore this half of the image again, and yeah, and then so. Well, actually, so not actually all of it though. I'll still cut off some of it, and then yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it necessarily, but I just thought it'd be neat if like for part of this, maybe not even that much, just like for like part of this, if instead of just going away completely, if it yeah, if we did that 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 like shadowing thing. Whoops, is that a different color? Or is it just, oh no, it just looks weird because it's selected. Yeah. So you can kind of see like, because like the reason like there's so little detail in this layer is because this is like in the heart of like the blizzardy, snowy area, and so it's going to be like, it's supposed to be basically like whited out. So like you can't really just even make out any of the detail. So then the other thing I want to do here is a lot of the same thing, basically. Oh yeah, yeah. So how about what if I did basically the same thing again in this region. So wait, so how much, that might be, that's, no, this is fine. Actually, yeah, no, I'll just do the entire rest of the image. I'm going to, do what? Oh yeah, so once again, I'll magic unselect this region, and then I'll go, this time I'll go to a different layer, underneath, and I'll blot out that layer. So now, what I can do is, I can go back, I can go up to the background, and I can basically erase in snow, or erase in obscurity. So, like for this whole area, I think we want a lot of obscurity. So I'll actually use a bigger brush. Yeah, because like in this part, we, you know, there'll be some detail to make out, but a lot of it will basically just be obscured. Yeah. So again, like the roofs are getting covered in snow, and I should probably make that a little less. It's a little bit jagged, those edges, so I might want to smooth that out a little bit, but I can do that a little bit later. And so like these are basically just like covered in snow, right? And but it won't be like completely like this all the way across, right? It'll be kind of like we did before, like as we go over. I really don't have to be filling out that whole bottom area either, because that's like gonna be super covered up. So yeah, so maybe these ones are like snow like covered as well. But then maybe like, you know, maybe there's like some places where it's like, you know, there's actually like a little bit of not snow coverage anymore. Like, actually, this might be a little too soon. Yeah, this might be a little too soon. I know there could be a little bit, right? Because we have to gradually fade it over. Let's see. Yeah, so like, alright, so just in like the big scheme of things, like this will be mostly obscured, but then this will be like where it starts getting, like, there are only patches, and like, you know, at this point, like there's only like a little bit on like the roofs and like the windows. I have to be careful how I use this, because like this because I'm basically just erasing a layer. I can't like undo erasure of that layer, so I have to be careful with that. But yeah, so this will be like the part where there's like little patches of it or whatever, and then yeah, so this will be like more in the midground, where it's like there's a lot of snow coverage, but you're also seeing like a lot of the breaks in it as well. So at this point you'll be seeing most of the building as well, except like, you know, maybe some lumps that come up in the middle, and snowdrifts that build up around the side, but the roofs are still mostly covered. And then, yeah, this one's still mostly covered, and like this whole, I don't know, whatever that thing was between the two buildings, that'll be covered as well. And this, yeah, so it's still like built up in this area, and then, yeah, so then here there's like still some, but not as much. Oh yeah, I was using the eraser tool. Wait, what? Oh, I color picked from the wrong layer, blah blah blah. Okay. Eraser tool, and so yeah, so there's still like snowbanks on the sides and stuff. Yeah. All right, I think that's looking pretty okay. There's still, yeah, still a little bit here, and then still a little bit on the roofs here. Okay, yeah, I think that's that's fine. I keep seeing faces in the windows. Like I keep seeing the eyes as windows. Oh, hey, Decca. Hey, Decca, see this. How's it going? Thank you very much for hosting. I was really into what I was doing, so I don't even know when that happened. Hopefully, I'm not too slow with the pickup. But welcome, everyone. We're covering a village in snow. Because it it was a really nice village, and it had its time in the sun, and now we're just covering it in snow because it's about that time. Uh, we we made the village on Friday. I think we started it on Thursday. We finished it. We finished most of the village itself mostly on Friday, and then today we've basically been putting it in the world, and we decided to put it in the world between the the river and the snowy region. So we just I think we're pretty much done with the snow transition at this point. So I think we might have just I think at this point we can actually check it out in game. So I have to export these layers that I just stacked up. So these are the layers that we have. So there's there's basically like a bunch of different layers of varying degrees of snow and trees and buildings. So let's save these out. So file new, okay, paste. This is the foreground layer. So we'll save this as village transition to snow. This is the, I just say foreground, I meant to say near ground. This is the near ground layer. If you've never played SideQuest before, it's the game that's happening on the bottom of the screen here. And if you follow along in chat, Trusty Bard is the storyteller. So Trusty Bard will let you know what to do in order to play the game, if you're so inclined. Everyone, fun fact, everyone in chat is automatically part of the game, and so, hey, if you're here, you might as well play, right? I don't know. I mean, don't no pressure. You actually, you can actually play the game by not playing the game. Also, that is also, incidentally, that is also a valid strategy. So, yeah, it's up to everyone for themselves. So new layer, this layer is the midground layer. So we'll save that, and so yeah, save this as midground, .ping. And lastly, we have the background layer. So file new, okay, paste that there. We'll save this as the background layer. So do we need? We do need data. We do need data for this transition. We need a data file for new text text data.txt, and this will be so we're anchoring this to the near ground, and we're anchoring it really early on. So the village has villagers like meandering about. So what we do with the transition is they just kind of like, they have to come from somewhere, and so they just kind of like come out from behind this building, which is why I actually put so many buildings in a row, is that they basically have a place to emerge from, like a somewhat sensible place to emerge from. So 45, the 45th pixel is a safe place from which to emerge. So near ground, pixel 45, save that. So yeah, let's I think that might be all that's needed. Let's find out, I guess. Oh yeah, I'll take out these lines because I just want to blitz through the transition really fast first, and then we can go through and watch it a little slower, assuming everything worked out okay the first time. Or we can go fix things. So let's I have this cheat. I mean, it's not actually a cheat. It's basically just I'm hacking my own game because I have this BG name that I can just plug in for the village. And so now when we start the script, we'll start in the village, or we'll crash. Hey, look at that, we're in the village. Oh yeah, I've also for this, to test the transition, I have the game running a little bit faster than usual, as you might notice. So this is our village that we made, and so if I tell us to wander to snow, then oh, and then it crashes. What did I not do? With open beach. Oh yeah. It's not called data.txt. It's called data. It's not called data.txt. No, it's not. It's not called that at all. It's just called snow. No, it's just called village. It's just called village.txt. Yeah. Noops. So this is village.txt. Yeah. That should work better. All right. So yeah. So we're in the village, and then so if we wander to snow, Excelsior. All right. No crashing this time. So I'm going to slide this over just so we can see this edge of the screen, because this is where the transition will start to happen from. So we're in phase 1, so we haven't actually started the transition yet, but in the very near future, we should, like as soon as it gets to a clean break where it can like start to transition in the new graphics, it'll start to show those. Sorry, just 1 second. All right, we're still in phase 1, I guess. It's just gonna take us a second. Oh, we're in phase 2 now. Okay, so yeah, so we can see the cloud pulling in the background. It's just starting to like fill up the space behind the buildings. It's very noticeable because of the pink background, but it'll be a little more subtle in the game. And so then so now we can see there's like some snow coveredness. Oh yeah, I might have wanted to wait a little bit with the snow coveredness, because like the snow itself doesn't come in for a little while longer. So, I mean, maybe that's fine. But yeah, so basically the idea is that then snow comes in pretty thick, and I guess that's fine. I mean, like, I don't know. I could have shifted it further. I could have shifted it a little further so that the snow would come in before. Oh, no. You know what? That's fine. No, it is literally fine, because I'm actually planning on taking out this snow. Not like altogether, but I plan on separating the fallen snow from the falling snow. Right now, like, the only time you ever hit the falling snow is in the space with the fallen snow, but there's no specific reason that there's no specific reason that it always has to be snowing when you're in the snow-covered forest, and there's no specific reason that it can't snow other places. So it doesn't matter that those weren't like perfectly synced. All right, I'm gonna just watch the transition a little bit closer. I'm gonna take out these breaks, and or I'm gonna put back in the breaks. So now when I restart the script, again we'll be in the village, but now when we wander to snow, Excelsior. Once the transition starts, it'll slow down a little bit too, so we can watch it a little bit more closely. I think everything's fine. Like, this transition was a lot simpler than the river. So, where's the? Oh, whoa! Is this 6 o'clock? Okay, well I started streaming an hour late today, but this still seems really early. Yikes. Well. Like I said, I started streaming at... hey, Cheeseman Panda. I started streaming late today, so I'm not planning on wrapping up too soon, but I knew I had taken a little more time on this than I meant to, but I was gonna guess like 4 o'clock. I did not think it was like 6 o'clock. All right, so we're into the transition. So it's not slowing down yet, but we can see the clouds are creeping in, and like I'm not expecting to see anything weird here. I just want to see it at a little bit slower. So yeah, once we hit phase 3, we're going to see a bunch of spam, or not. Why didn't we see a bunch of spam? Yeah, there it goes. But then eventually the game is going to slow down too. So, oh yeah, that was one thing I wanted to pay attention to. Is like, yeah, that looked okay. There was a little bit of time where it looked a little weird. I don't know. Some of the houses are really tall, and some of the houses like poke into the clouds. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like this one, for example. This house pokes into the clouds and above it, so it actually looks kind of like the snow is coming out of the house rather than out of the clouds. Uh, yeah, I could just lower, like we did before. We could just lower the roof a little bit. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even think about it until the background where we actually saw the clouds like touching, or like the roof touching the clouds. Yeah. And incidentally, it actually, oh no, it actually doesn't look quite fine there either. So I kind of want to bring both of those down. Basically, just all the too tall houses. Yeah. All right. That's simple enough. Yeah, and I definitely didn't notice that when we were going super fast. So I guess that was one of the reasons to try it at a slower pace. Okay. So deselect. So let's just select just this specific range right here. Because I think this was like one, wait. How are we going to do this? I don't want to lower the door. I guess I'll lower the window. What? No. What? Hold on. I'm just. I need to shrink this down. I guess I'll have to shrink it on like a few fronts. I'll shrink down like the. I'll smush down the window a little bit, and then I'll smush down the door slightly, but not by much. I cannot, because if I make the door too short, that's like weird. It's like, why is the door so much shorter than the adventurers? How are the adventurers supposed to fit through the door? How do people live in this building? Um, so I'll do that a little bit, and then I'll just bring down the roof slightly too. Like the whoops, hold on, I need to stop the script before it goes crazy. Wait, did it? Okay. Whenever I stop the script, I'm nervous that I stopped the real one. I stopped like real side quest rather than the test version. Um, yes, I'm going. Don't worry, Cheeseman Panda. I'm gonna clean this up. Uh, Art can be messy business sometimes, so you always gotta be prepared to tidy up after some science, some art science. So yeah, so that's better. And then yeah, so I messed up the tree, and they're like, whoops. Well, that's not the fix, but I messed up here, and I messed up here. So let's touch those up real quick. Doop doop. So let's pick this color. Let's go for a very small brush because we're doing very careful work here. Doop doo doo. Doop doo doo doo. Actually, that should have been a little bit lighter, anyways. All right, and then smooth this out a little bit. Doop doo doo. And then yeah, so we messed up the tree a little bit, as Cheeseman Pando was so astutely noticing. Yar. Oh, and I apparently just like when I was waving my eraser around, I just took out part of the building too. Okay, so that's good. And then so yeah, so that was like the worst offender, but were there? Yeah, this one's probably gonna be pretty bad too. So once again, oh, this one's gonna be easier to fix too, because there's enough just like empty space. Like because there's no window on this building. Then oh, this is actually the one we even brought down already. Before, I guess it didn't learn its lesson the first time. Yeah, this one should be easier. So we just like bring this down even for. Oops, not quite that far. Oops. All right, hold on. I should have seen that coming. Actually, here let's just basically deselect like all that, and then we can bring it down pretty far. Because whoops, no, that's fine. Okay. And then we can also bring down the. I mean that might even be sufficient, but hey, we haven't heard that sound in a while. Not since earlier when we heard it like 500 times in a row. Who was that? That was. Oh no, I'm not gonna miss the. 03 Bubble 09. Look, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Okay. I think those are probably all set now. Oh wow, there are a lot of really tall buildings here. What poor planning on my part. Look at all these freaking tall buildings. What the heck? Do I have to do all of these? Yeah, I mean, I guess whatever. It's not like it's not that painful. Again, this one's like I mean, I'll have to touch up the window, but other than that, this one's easy enough to fix. Actually, going to not crush the corner of the neighboring house to the extent that I don't have to. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can just bring it. I can remove just one whole swipey part of the window, I guess. No. Oh wait, I have to. This is supposed to be size 5 brush. To go in, and I'll just redo the swipey, shiny parts of the window. Can I maybe eat? We talked about this earlier. Cheeseman Panda. I would eat a habanero right now, except I don't have a habanero. So, tell you what. Would you be satisfied if I could produce a video of me eating a habanero, and then playing Towerfall Ascension against my friend who also ate a habanero, and would that be satisfactory if I could produce that video? Oh wait, I don't know if I can. So before I promise that I can, let me let me take a quick look to see if I actually can. So if I was gonna find that, where would it be? I guess it would be. Oh no, I could find it. Cheeseman Panda, you're evil. You're a panda of pure evil. Apparently, the recipe for evil is 1 part cheese, 1 part panda. I think if your literal job was to find ways to harass me in fun and different ways, you'd be really good at your job. You'd be doing a bang up job, top notch, stellar, absolutely outstanding. I assume you're not. I assume you're not intentionally doing that. I found it. Is it? Yeah. All right. So let me know. Let me know if the audio started playing automatically. I wonder, can I oops, nope. Nope. Huh. It's on my friend's page, and I was just checking to see if there was a way that I could download it or something, but nah. Doesn't look like it. Alright, well alright, I'll get back to game dev. Habanero. I don't know how to make I don't know how to make the special character. I don't even know what the special character in habanero is. Is it the N? Is it the N with the nya? Is it habanero has a nya? Whatever. Wait, what was that? Oh yeah, I'm bringing down the roofs. Alright, and I did that one. That was did. Super did. Diddled. Or something. Oh, I can make paint.net bigger. I'd made it smaller when I was when I was getting so many followers I couldn't help but whatever. But no, this is fine. Okay. So let's oh, this roof is whoops, deselect. This roof didn't actually make sense in the first place, so I will take this as an opportunity to make this roof make a little more sense. Actually, no, you know what? This roof is so pointy, I'm just gonna dial it back a little bit. Just make it shorter by making it less pointed. I might want to bring it down a little bit further than that, but that's a good start. It's most of it. Yeah. That might even be sufficient. Oh yeah, and then These ones I will bring down slightly. Yeah, I'll bring these down a little bit and then shave them a little bit. Or maybe just shave them. Yeah, no, I don't care. I just like I don't feel like editing like the the composition of like the facades of these buildings, so I'm just gonna shorten it manually. The old fashioned way. So I should put back a little bit of the volume because that got a little too low there. But yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Alright, so save that. And then it wasn't just this layer though. It was also the background layer. I don't remember if it was the middle ground layer. The middle ground layer might have been fine. It might not be so bad. Cheeseman Panda. No. Do you remember what happened the last time we did stupid stuff on a weekend? The universe imploded. There are no more universes because last weekend it imploded because we ruined everything. That's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen again, and also I strongly resent you for even just in general. I just just strong resentment and universal implosion. That's really all you have to remember. All right, so man, these buildings so tall. I wasn't really thinking about how much snow I was going to put on top of them when I was making them in the first place. Well, I guess I should have known. Oh, you know what? There is an easy way to lower this building. Because there is a lot of empty space in this building. It's just not all on the same line. I just have to go like this. And now I can lower the building easily. I can lower the building a lot if I need to, if I want to. Like I can just like... Chow, 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 chow. Wait, what? Why is it not moving? Oh, wrong tool. Chow, 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 chow. There we go. Easy. Blammo. So, alright, was that all? Yeah, I think that should be good. Oh, I'll bring this one down slightly. This one might be an okay height already. I'm just gonna bring it down slightly to be safe. Oops, that's a terrible job of lassoing. Deselect. Do. Do. She's You're the trollest. I'm not gonna ban you, but I'm probably just gonna stop paying attention to the things that you say. Shane Major, hey, welcome. Thank you very much for following, and welcome to the channel. Yeah. Alright, so we're almost done with this transition, which is kind of cool. And then right, yeah, so the background layer was the last one to do. Oh yeah, these roofs are just a little jaggy too. They're a little tall, a little too high, and a little jaggy. So let's just yeah, we'll bring them down slightly. I don't know if that. All right. Like I said, I just can't even engage right now. Lucky Pickle 5. Hey, welcome. How's it going? Thank you for joining thank you for following, and welcome to the channel. All right. What did I? Huh. That's weird. For some reason, when I press buttons, I don't know what's happening. I've been using this computer for how long now? Like quite a while. I used it like all summer. Whoops. Freaking. Thanks. Thanks a lot, auto scroll. No, I've been using this. I've been using this computer for a while now, and it's the first computer I've had that uses Windows 8, and I'm not. Whoops. I'm not for the life of me used to using Windows 8 yet. I'm still like it's still just really weird to me. So you think eventually I get used to it, and who knows, maybe I will eventually get used to it, but it hasn't happened yet. Still not used to it. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I should make the border a little less jaggy while I'm here. Which yeah, I can also just like lower it a little bit manually, which is fine. All right, and then cool, and then what else? Oh yeah, this one. I'll do the same thing, I think. Actually, I should be a little more careful how I'm adjusting these clouds, because not that it matters hugely, but I do tend to keep a slightly better shape than that. Okay, so yeah, right. Okay, so same as before. Let's hey, Shooterson. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. So yeah, just so we're just lowering a few more buildings, and then we'll be good to go. So let's oh, whoops, undo. Copy paste. That should be good. And then clean up the edges. Like so. Color picker. Slammo. Slammo-jammo. Blammo. Shazow. Pow. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with my face right now. Sometimes when I'm working on art stuff, I run out of things to say. Or like nothing pops into my head as far as things to say, and so I just start making weird noises. But if anyone has questions, I can totally answer questions, because if I'm answering questions, I'm significantly less likely to make weird face noises, so let me know. Cheese Man Panda, I'm not reading what you say, but I am noticing that you're saying stuff, so how about that? That'll be the compromise. I'm not going to read what you say, and I'm not going to engage with you, but I will acknowledge that you are there. How's that sound? Is that a good compromise? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jacquemus. Yeah, I like snow. I've had all winter to just be staring at snow, so I guess when it comes to like, how does snow pile up? What does piled up snow look like? What does it look like to live in a place with piled up snow for like months and months on end with no reprieve from piled up snow? So high the piled up snow. So high the piled up snow. So, how do you distinguish alpha, beta, and release stages of SideQuest? Funny you should mention that, Marty VM. I actually, just last week, I was thinking of pushing the title into the next stage. And, well, so funny story. Once upon a time, I started giving players something called an alpha badge, which, at the time, I told players they're getting the badge for having participated in open alpha on the project. And then at another juncture, I started giving away beta badges, which I said were a prize for having participated in the open beta on the project. And you can actually still get beta badges right now. I guess this is still open beta. I was, just last week, I was thinking of pushing the project out of beta. However, typically after beta is release, or like live, or like, final. And this SideQuest is definitely not that. So I was thinking maybe of pushing it into Gamma. I was thinking of saying we would go into Open Gamma next. I haven't yet. I still like, it's still in my mind, like, because I don't know. I feel like this past week we stepped into like a new phase of the project, and so I wanted to acknowledge that, but I don't know. We might do Open Gamma. We might do Open Gamma next. And yeah, so to answer your question, how do I distinguish between alpha, beta release stages? I just like, I don't know. When I pushed it from alpha into beta, like so yeah, actually, so the time I started calling it any of these things was the time that I pushed it from alpha into beta, because that was the step where it actually, instead of being like a secret project, like that you had to use like special dev cheats to get to, or like special whatever. Uh, that was like the juncture where it actually I brought it into this channel, so it's just automatically playing all the time, and so it felt like a big step. I started this project back in October, and I've been working on it most of the time since then. I've taken some breaks, but can you can you have beta access? Yes, you can. Everyone can have beta access. In fact, everyone has beta access. Everyone with a Twitch account has beta access. You're in the beta right now, Cheeseman. This is literally the beta. Um, so, all right, maybe I'll do it. Open Gamma, coming soon. Coming soon to a side quest near you. Um, yeah, I just feel like I keep like I started mentioning this earlier today, but like this project was only ever supposed to go for this project was only meant to like take place over the span of like a month. But I started like really late in the month. And so I said like, okay, well, I only had a week, and I actually finished a version of the game by the end of that week. And then I was like, okay, I'll just spend a little more time on it. I'm just gonna spend a few more weeks. I'm just gonna like add in a few more features or whatever, and then we'll call it like ready soon. I'm not that much more time. Um, so back in December, I was like, back when I switched it from like alpha to beta, uh, that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fix a few bugs that we found the first week of open beta, and then I'm just gonna move on to the next project, and then I just kept going. I just kept going and I just kept going, and um, you troll, Cheeseman Panda. You trolly troll. Trollololol. You can't see it on your screen, but on my screen, I'm changing your name to uh, Troll Man Panda or Cheese Troll Panda. I think Troll Man Panda has a better ring to it. I'm changing your name to Troll Man Panda. So you are now officially. Whoops! I put a space in it. I didn't mean to put a space in it. You're now officially Troll Man Panda. Uh, I could change your name in game, but I won't do that yet. um, uh, huh. Did the graphics stutter? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell considering how fast they're going. Oh, I never said to wander to snow. I was sitting here waiting for the transition to start, and nope, never gonna start. Never going to start. Oh, good. I get to I get to test goofy transitions too. Um. All right, that's it. It's now. Now it's Trollman Trollda or something. No, I don't know. Fine, I'll put it back to Cheeseman Panda. Not that anyone other than myself can see it, but whatever. All right. So, all right. Here's the transition. Here it is. All right. So I don't have to worry about the non-transitional pieces because like those buildings are also really tall and scrape the cloud line, but there's no snow falling. The only point that we need it, yeah, the only point that we need it to actually respect like the height of stuff is once the snow starts falling. I think I still want to bring down that one building. That one building is still. No, you know what I could do instead? I could just bring up the height of the snow. I could just make the snow fall from a higher height. Oh shoot! Wait, yeah, it's gonna keep going fast forever, because it took me a while to input the command. So yeah, okay. I mean, there is that one building that I might want to bring the height, change the height on. Which one was it? It was in the. It was like. Oh, was it this building? No, it was it was in, yeah, it was this building, I think, like this one or something. I don't know. There was one building that still seemed pretty high, but instead of lowering. Who was that? Trollman. Trollman Panda, thank you. Thank you so much for your charitable donation. I really appreciate it. I am. So, hey, Lumpex, how's it going? Welcome. No, Trollman Panda, I very much appreciate your generosity. It means a lot to me, and I don't know. Maybe someday I'll start reading what you're saying in chat again. That's how much it means to me. Okay, so for this special background type, I have this 137 here represents what pixel position to start rendering the snow. So I think I'm just gonna, like, I could move the buildings like so that they're lower down, so that the snow starts, so that they're below where the snow starts. But I'm actually just gonna push the snow up a little bit. So instead of 137, let's try 140. Save that. It's not a huge difference, but I don't know. Let's see how that goes. Let's also this time me remember to input the wander command in a timely fashion. And we'll see how that goes. And then, oh, donation message, yeah. Thank you for the reminder, Cheeseman Panda. Trollman Panda donated $2 and said, I demand alpha access. Yeah. Tell you what, Cheeseman Panda. If you go to the video archives and watch the videos from alpha, and pretend like you're just not in chat or that. No. This is what you do. You go to the archives. You watch the videos of when the game was in alpha, and I'm going to ignore everything you say in chat right now. So you'll get used to the fact that I will be ignoring everything you say in chat. So then, when you're watching them in the archives, you can feel like you're really there, because I'll be ignoring everything you say in chat. Because technically it'll be the archives and it'll be pre-recorded. So I wouldn't be able to respond to it. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so the height of the snow, I think that looks okay. And I think I could bring down that building slightly. I could bring down that building a touch, but I think at this point it's actually probably fine. So there are flecks of snow coming out from above the clouds now, which is a little weird, but it's very subtle. It's not happening all the time. So I think that's actually fine. I think that's a fine solution. So yeah. Alright, it's going a little bit slower now, so we can actually take a look. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the thing. Some of the last steps that I need to be doing is I need to change the name of the frames for the city, and I need to move the quests into the city, into the village, because they're there's a bunch of quests that make way more sense to happen in the village. Some of this, I think the one event that I actually put into the village already was from the snow. And so there are no snow quests left anymore, which is a little sad. So I should probably, I might want to add some more events, because hey, yeah, okay, was it Spyrock? Sorry for mispronouncing your name. But yeah, I'm using I'm writing in Python, I'm coding in Python, and I'm using PyCharm to do it. If you choose to code in Python, which actually it's not a bad. Oh, JK. All right. Well, I was gonna explain stuff, but you were just kidding. Okay. So yeah, this is all good. This is good. I'm gonna call that good and done. And oh yeah, frame. So yeah, let's. Oh yeah, yeah. So wait, what? Okay. Yeah. This is gonna be slightly weird, but I'll stop the script for starters. And uh, no, don't. Uh, oh, okay. Uh, so yeah, so if you choose, don't. Maybe Game Maker's fine. I don't. I wouldn't recommend it personally. So like maybe that's Cheeseman Panda's advice, and so I won't say don't take Cheeseman Panda's advice, but I'll say yeah. It well. So okay. So what you want, how you want, like how you want to start learning to code depends a lot on like what you actually plan on doing, because the uh the yeah, depending on what type of thing you want to make, you're gonna come up with like very different answers for like what tools you want to use, and like what is going to incline you best to yeah. So like if you're trying to make like a what is Game Maker for? It's like 2D games, primarily like 2D like pixely games, I guess. So yeah, I actually have no experience with that, so I can't really tell you much. But yeah, the link that I posted in chat is a link to a site that kind of like helps you get a sense of like, based on like what type of game you're trying to make, like what type of tools you might want, and then yeah, if you're going through tutorials, like that's how I do it, right? There's a lot of different ways to learn, so it's not going to be like the same for literally everyone. But hey, new follower, Hunbun 101. I like saying your name. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. What was I? Oh yeah. Okay, so I have to change the text frames for the village, because I never did that. I kind of left it to last, I guess. So let's open those. Yeah, so if you're following, like, yeah, personally for me, Spyrock, like following tutorials is a really good way to learn. I got another follower, Spyrock. Hey, welcome. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Like, wow, look at all these follows. Excuse me. Remilon, welcome. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. I guess I'd encourage you to ask questions too, right? Those are like the two things that help me out the most. Is I follow tutorials because doing things like literally like going step by step through the process is really for me that like that's what like solidifies it for me. The thing about that though is that I often don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I find I find it also helpful to sometimes just have someone to be like, hey, what does this mean? So follows. Look at all these follows. Nylox. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. So yeah. Failing at a tutorial is fine. Like, I would. There's a lot. So one nice thing about tutorials is that there's like a million out there. So if some of them are like not good or not something that you like, then 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 you know there's probably some others that might make more sense, or that might be better for what you're trying to accomplish. So for these text frames, I usually what colors have I done so far? For like the cave, I did. So yeah, so for the action frame, I try and go for something that's that's kind of complementary, something that like kind of stands out from the background, because those are supposed to for those. So yeah, so for the green forest I did purple, for the blue cave I did orange, for the orange mountains I did blue, for the green river I did purple again, for the white snow I did reddish. So what haven't I done yet? I mean, I haven't really done an orangey one. Well, no, I kind of did for the cave. I haven't really done a green one, have I? And I guess this would actually be the kind of like an ideal opportunity to do a greenish one. I don't want to do too. I guess I'll do like kind of a turquoisey sort of thing. So yeah, so let's shift this to like hue saturation. Let's color shift this towards like greenish. Let's bump up the saturation and bump down the lightness a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. So I'll do that for all of these. Adjust hue and saturation. Doop-a-doop. And then that should be good. And then yeah, I don't know exactly what to do for the. I mean these for the other character frames, or for the character text frames, like that might actually be okay. Because like I mean it's a little bit. Yeah, I might actually leave it like that for now. Actually, hold on. Let me before I say that for sure. Let me compare. So like, where's the yeah? Let's just look at these real quick. These layers. Because like yeah, this is actually kind of pretty good, because like the whole point is it's supposed to be a color that like blends in with the background, and like if you took these layers and like put them in a blender and like spun them all up, like you'd probably end up with a color similar to this one. So I think this is actually fine. I think I borrowed this one from the mountain or something, but I think it's actually fine for this as well. So all right, so let's see what this looks now. Let's see how this looks with the new action frame. So I'm gonna fire up the script again, and I'm just gonna use the secret control panel to it doesn't have to be running in like turbo speed, but it's like blah 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 blah, like pork belly. I don't know. I'm just whatever. I just want to see what these. Yeah. All right. So that's, I don't know. That seems okay. They stand out. Like they're noticeable. They're it's hard to tell with like the bright pink background. So I'll assume that's fine, and then we can see it in the game, and maybe once we see it in game, I'll not be as enthusiastic about it and want to change it. But I think that's a fine starting point, at least. Because they're easy to change. So, oh yeah. So does do the character tags look okay? I could go a little darker with them actually, because like the character tags take place like mostly at roof level, and the roofs are actually a little bit darker. So yeah, I might actually drop it down slightly. So adjust hue saturation. Nope, not like that. 0, 100. And then, yeah, so just drop down the lightness. I could drop up the saturation slightly, but I don't want it to be super saturated. These are generally supposed to be like pretty dim. I could shift it slightly redder, slightly more red. So maybe something more like this. Adjust hue saturation. Okay. Adjust hue saturation. Okay. Alright, so save these. And I would feel really bad to ban you, Cheeseman Panda. I'd feel really bad if I banned you from the channel. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. Okay. I lied. I didn't actually like the action frame colors. So I might change these again. What is it that I don't like about them? They're too like I don't which by which I mean brightness contrast. not enough contrast. Like I think they need a little more contrast. Maybe. They just felt like maybe a little less brightness. Yeah, I think that's better. A little less brightness, a little more contrast. They just felt like felt like washed out a little bit. I think. So I think that should be better. All right. Hopefully that's good. So I'm gonna slow down the speed because we don't need it to be going in like turbo fast anymore. So I can also take out the speed cheats. Oh, this is the clone version of the file, or this is the clone version of the game, so I actually don't have to care much about what I do here. So yeah, where's the speed cheat? It was down in this section here with yeah. Alright, so save that. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I do want to take out those other I do want to take out those other lines because otherwise they'll accidentally speed up the game instead of slowing down the game. Yeah. I mean, again, it doesn't super matter, but whatever. Alright, so save that, and then so that's definitely not true, Marty VM. No one's immune to anything. The only difference it makes is that I would feel really bad if I did that. Because yeah, you can't actually right. So like Cheeseman Panda says, it would only be a chat ban, right? Because just because you chat ban someone doesn't mean that they can't watch your stream. So, yeah. So save that, and then oh yeah, and so now I'll rerun the script real quick, and so yeah, so I'm putting it back into slower mode so that way I can see like what the name tags actually look like. Yeah, because the name tags are where those I like this, like the name tag is about the color of the roofs. It might be a little dark. Maybe I didn't need to go quite so dark with it, but mostly it's good, I think. So I'm gonna lighten it up slightly, actually. So yeah, so undo, adjust hue saturation. Yeah, so I did -25 last time. Let's just do like -15 or so. So it'll be darker. It just won't be so dark. Because when it was covering up roofs in the background, like it actually looked really good. But when it was covering up roofs in the foreground, it looked too dark. So I'm gonna try and strike somewhere in the middle instead. So I'll try like -18, I guess. So undo, adjustments, hue and saturation, blammo, save. Oops, nope, that's undo, not save. Save. Oops, sorry. The audio effect is a little bit muted because I'm running 2 instances of the game at the same time. Yeah. Alright, so save that. Did I save all of them? Save. Okay. It should be sufficient. Run this again. And Cheeseman Panda, the only people who get mods in this channel are people who are good at chat. I'm not saying you're bad at chat. You're just like evil at chat. So it's not that you're bad. It's just that you're evil. No, if you'll notice that the only people who have mod privileges in this channel are like really good at chat. They're they're the type of people you want to talk to. They're the type of people who can like hold a conversation and they're all very polite and respectful and just like cool people. Which is not to say that you're not like that you don't have your strengths, but like the difference I guess is just that like I notice you tend to speak your mind. Sometimes not necessarily with regard to like whether like what you're saying is going to be disruptive or like yeah I don't know. Uh, uh, yeah. So, thank you, Jackson Joe Bob. um, okay. um, okay. Let me think. So what's next? Okay, yeah, the quests. The quests are next because I think everything else is like on point. Oh, I haven't checked the so like cheese, panda. Oops, I used the wrong symbol. So Excelsior. I just want to see what the. Yeah, I think these tags look a little bit better. The color, I'm not 100% on the color. I might want to shift the hue a little bit in one direction or the other. I'm not enthused. It looks a little it looks a little jewel tone. Like it looks a little like emerald or like I don't know. I'm not 100% about it yet, but I also don't know what I necessarily want to change about it. So I'll leave it and like because I want to see it in game too. So yeah, well I'll call that fine for now. And then yeah, so the next thing to do is events. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of events that the reason I made the village in the first place is because when I started sorting the events by environment, it occurred to me like, wow, these like all need a village. Like if there was a village environment, all of these would go in the village. Not literally all of them, but like a lot of them. So let's see, Marty, traveling circus. I think this one takes place in the mountains, and I think that's fine. Yeah, that is actually fine. I don't know what that's trying to tell me. I'm gonna ignore it for now. Oh, I didn't actually mean to close that. I meant to close that. Cancel, whatever. I don't care. Okay, so Lauren's, the street peddler. Yeah, like this one, for example. Where do I have it happening now? The mountains? Yeah, I mean, it's called the street peddler, so it would make it would make a lot more sense in the village. So, village, save that, and then legendary neurotoxin wrote 2, right? Okay, these ones, no, forest skirmish takes place in the forest. That makes sense. Maldiriax, I'm pretty sure that takes place in the mountains, and it doesn't make sense for the town anyways. So yeah, mountains is good. Uh, no, I'm not. Well, I mean, at this point, I could ask players for the environment. Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, I hadn't added it yet because like you can if you want to specify an environment, just put it in the additional notes field. The additional notes field is for everything that you know is in the game. You know that it's the additional notes field is for players who know more about the game than the form implies. So if you know something that you want for your event and it's not in the form, like that's what the additional notes field is for. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess the main reason I hadn't put the environment field in the form yet is because it hadn't been hooked up yet. There's no specific reason I couldn't put it in now, except balance. Like it literally unbalances the game if like too many people are making events for like the same environments. So I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess it's just kind of like my job to make sure that the rest of the environments get events. Like, so if the forest is too popular, like I should be making events for other things. Yeah. So there's no reason I couldn't. I'm just not in any hurry to either, because like anyone who knows that invents are anyone who knows that events are tied to environments probably also knows that you can use the additional notes field to tell me that stuff. So so let's see, Asado, Wild Tribe, Elevators Across Dimension. I think these ones are fine, like for what they are. The Wild Tribe takes place in the snow, which is fine, and yeah, and the Elevators Across Dimensions takes place in the cave, if I recall correctly. Yeah, okay. So it's mostly my quests then, I guess. Arson would make sense if it took place in a village because it literally references a village. So, um, right now it takes place in the river. So, nah, I should just move it. I should just move all three of them to the. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Um, I should just move all of these to the village. Yeah. So village. Copy that. Oh, I didn't save it yet. Save. Paste. Save. Paste. Save. Okay. Yeah. Hey, that is the new follower noise. Espresso Bear, welcome. Thank you very much for following, and welcome to the channel. um. Alright, so yeah, those ones go there. Betrayal? No, that one stays in the snow. The kingdom is located in the snow. Fun fact. Curse. Oh yeah, Curse. I want Curse to take place in an interior space. Or what I really need for Curse is the interior space, which is another thing on my list of stuff to do. Curse takes place in the mountains, and that's fine for now. Oh yeah, speaking of interior spaces, so in Trello, village done. It's super done. Yeah, so pirate ship and cats. Hey, wow, look at all these sound effects and wonderful sound effects we got going on. Brendy Burgers. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. I like your name. Yeah, so one of the next things to do are, I'm calling it the castle interior, but it's actually just a fairly generic interior space. The castle interior and the pirate ship are pretty straightforward. The castle interior probably, and the pirate ship definitely. They're not going to have transitions. They're going to be environments that exist independent of the rest of the game, and so the way you get to them are through jump cuts. So yeah, I should also I know I said jump cuts are done, but I'm gonna put them back on the list because there's more to do there. Jump cut. Actually, no. I'll leave jump cuts as done, and I'm gonna say like jump cut authoring, because so the pirate ship, right? Right now, there's a quest in the game where you can these things are actually lower priority. So either the pirate ship or the castle interior is actually the next most important thing. Yeah, so there's a quest in the game where you can find a pirate ship. There's not any graceful way to transition onto the pirate ship. So if you find the pirate ship and you fix it and it's in good condition and you continue down that quest chain, basically what happens is you just kind of like you fix the ship and then Shazam, you're on the pirate ship is how that works. So I don't have that set in yet. Oh, Lucas64PB. Well, thank you very much for saying that. It makes me feel better to it's big of you. It's big of you to apologize for one thing, and it's nice of you to take my feelings into account. So thank you very much, Lucas64PB. That is very nice of you. So oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, so with it, so okay, so another example of like a place where there won't be a transition is like the curse. So yeah, so there's this event, the manor, where you reach an old stately manor faded with age. It looks abandoned. Will you look around the perimeter or knock on the front gate? So this is a branching quest that if you knock on the gate, you go to the interior of the manor. And so basically what I need for some other quests is basically just like an indoors place. a place where you are clearly not outside, not counting the cave, right? Like a man-made interior space. I don't. I might make the transitions in and out because like I've made transitions in and out of the cave, so it's possible. It's just also like hairy, so I might just skip it. um, Lucas64PB, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. um, it's always nice when stuff works out like that, right? I like it. I like it. The internet, getting along as friends. So, welcome. um, yeah. So yeah. So the next things that I want to do are to make those environments, and they'll actually be a lot quicker to make. I mean, not like a lot quicker, because they'll still like I'll still have to do the full loop, but because I don't have to do any transitions in or transitions out, then it's literally just about making that environment, and I don't have to like take into account anything along the lines of like potential transitions. Like there's, excuse me, I've been streaming for like 8 hours ish. No, yeah, right around 8 hours. So that's why I'm yawning. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep that to a minimum. Oh yeah, this was another thing that I just added to the backlog this morning or yesterday or something. Event now button, XP boost, event rate tracker. Yeah. And then like time to next event. I can spell. I want to soup up my my secret control panel because right now, whenever I activate away mode is the only way that I have to make an event happen spontaneously, besides writing it myself. Oops, excuse me, I'm just like falling over. Sorry, Brendy Burgers. When you let me know. Man, I missed the question. Okay, sorry. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, right. So it's not like a huge thing, but one thing I want to do is I just want to make the secret control panel have a few more extra controls so I can just kind of like keep track of like how events are going and like how events work and just control the flow a little bit more. Oh wow. I'm doing the art for for this project currently, but one thing I've been meaning to do, and I might do it soon. I don't know. I want to do another. I want to do another collaborative project on stream because those are always really fun. We've done like 4 of them in the past. For a while I was doing like once per month, but I kind of got out of the habit. It's yeah, I've been working on like this project I've been doing independently, and it's I really could use a break from it. I could really like go for like a jam or like something else. For a while I was convincing myself like this project was almost done. It's almost done. At this point I'm probably planning on continuing it for a while longer. I'm just like coming to terms with the fact that this project is gonna go on for a little while longer. Oh yeah, thank you Cheeseman Panda for for giving the rundown on SideQuest 2. If anyone else is curious on more information about SideQuest, there's also a link in the stream information section that tells about the game too. So, all right, what am I? Oh yeah, no, I'm still in the middle of converting these quests over. So Betrayal, Curse, Doomsday. Yeah, this takes place in a village. Yeah. So you uncover a Doomsday device. Yeah, these all take place in the village. Save that. Save that. Save that. Yeah, right, yeah. It has to take place in the village. They all have to take place in the village. Or, like, I mean, Mad Science takes place in the village. Doomsday doesn't have to take place in the village, but the quest after it takes place in the village, so, yeah. It could take place in an interior space, actually. No, nah. It takes place in the village, yeah. Okay, so Doomsday. Dragon Hall, no. Oh, although. Oh, actually, yeah, that's actually one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to take the one off Cricket Race and bring it